Good morning. Welcome to the channel, and this is the first time I've done this in a long time. I've recorded before, but I just, for whatever reason, decided that I didn't feel like uploading the videos, and I forgot about them, and then, life happened. So I am just gonna move forward and, talk about a little about what's going on. Because I'd like to start doing this again with a little bit more regularity. Doing today is what is going on? I'm working on an old piece that I've had like forever. I've wanted to finish it, but I, for whatever reason, just never did. And it was looking like I did the layers really weird. So I'm not even sure how I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be fun. To try to figure this one out. Okay. Wait. Oh my god. Hold up. You know what? Looks like this is gonna be a complete overpainting. Cause where? Wait. Yep. I accidentally merged the lines to the freaking block. So I can't paint under unless I trace. You know what? Let's trace it. Bucket. Bucket. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's been like months since I drew this. Alright, so I'm gonna just yap now. It's been a year so far, and we still have about 4 months left. I'm okay with this year ending, not gonna lie. It's been a pretty shitty year. I had to say goodbye to one of my oldest cats. Rest in peace, Tazo. And my only dog. He is very old. He is 13, which is, for him, pretty old. He's okay, but he's very obviously declining and showing signs of being in pain. And so now it's just a wait and see, try to manage his comfort as best as possible. But this is probably going to be our last year with him. And it's really hard. It's really hard, not going to lie. And I still have 3 cats who are relatively young. My oldest cat now is 7, and he is a special needs cat. He is deaf and has a condition called pica, and he also has anxiety. And of course, I'm also a parent, and if you know about schools and stuff, that's another thing to deal with. And I keep that part of my life as much offline as possible. So I love my kid, but I'm not going to be talking about that part of my life to keep privacy as much as possible. So the only thing I'm going to talk about is going to be my art, my writing, the state of the world, things like that. And in that regard, with all this stress of the world, it's made me sometimes wonder why I do anything. Why am I bothering? And I don't know how to answer that because I'm nervous about the elections. If the elections happening this year in November go well, then we have a good shot at getting a livable wage, of possibly getting universal health care over time. It's not going to happen overnight, but before I'm super old, I might actually have health coverage, comprehensive health coverage, and that'll be life changing. And also, if we get the right people in office, we can address the climate crisis and the water bankruptcy and hold corporations accountable and actually see a viable future. But I've been burned by everything so much, and I live in such a place where people doubt climate change exists, and that really messes with your ability to trust that things are going to get better, even when you're trying. And I tried in 2024. I'm trying again. I'm doing the best that I can. But then I saw a video today on the old TikTok, and it talked about how the water crisis in Puerto Rico and in various places in the United States, and how it's illegal to collect even rainwater on Navajo lands by the indigenous people. That the stock market is trading in water futures. It doesn't look good. And it makes me wonder why I do anything. Like, what's the point? What's the point if in like 5 years the ocean's going to rot And the climate crisis is going to spiral to a point that there is nothing. We're all going to, like, within a few years, be gone. I want to believe that that's just hyperbolic. And part of me feels like it probably is hyperbolic to get people into action. And while I do think that works, it also does the opposite, where I who overthink everything, starting to wonder, is there even a point of anything? And I know there's a point, and so I'll keep trying, and I try to sit with these thoughts to try to allow them to just get out of my system, because at the end of the day, I can only control what I can control. I can't control other people. I can't control corporations. I can just make informed decisions, and try to help steer other people and build community. That's it. That's all I can do. I can try to prepare. I can try to just figure it out as we go. There's literally nothing else I can do. So if I focus on what I can control, it's a lot more manageable. And one of the biggest dangers to progress is nihilism. It's losing hope. And the biggest aggregator of change, the biggest instigator of change, is hope. So if I lose hope, that's bad. So I have to give myself space to feel my feelings, as you will, to be absolutely cliche about it. But I have to come back and keep grinding with hope that it is not for nothing, and we will get through it, and we'll figure it out. It's all I can do. And so I'm trying to focus on getting my next book out. And as a lot of people know, I'll go ahead and break this down. What's new and what's going on, and then what's the future going to hold. So what's new? Since my last video, I have published my book, The Law of the Dragons. I did a Kickstarter, and it funded wonderfully. And then thank you for supporting it, because holy crap. I am just so grateful that so many people wanted to support the book. And I've gotten really good reviews so far. The people who read and reviewed, it's all done really well, much better than I expected. And it's like being proud of your baby, just taking their first steps and like, oh my god, they did it, oh my god. Or your child like graduating and they're like, holy cow, they're out in the world. Because like, yeah, in a way, what you're writing is like your baby, kind of, it's your project. It's something you put a lot of work and effort in, and to see it come to fruition is just like incredible. And it's just a really good feeling. So now I'm working on the sequel, because it's a trilogy, and book 2 is about halfway done. I'm working on some edits right now, and I have actually one alpha reader. One of my old beta readers for the first book has agreed to alpha read the first part of book 2. I still got to reach out to 2 more and see if they want to as well. And hopefully that goes well. My guess is that the timeline is it's going to take me the rest of this year to just draft the second part once I get started on it. And all of next year to do exactly what I did with part 1 and editing and revising, sending to alpha readers. And then once that's done, in 2028, holy cow, election year. So yeah, in 2028, I'll be able to get the whole thing edited and then beta read, and then start the process of saving up to get that one professionally edited too. So yeah, I'm a fast writer, but I'm not a fast producer. But all good things come to those who wait, I guess. And I really hope that this comes out really well. I'm also working on the Shrieking Gun Cafe, which is a sci-fi fantasy serial that I publish episodes onto Patreon. I wrote it back in 2021, in 2020, the first volume in 2020, second one in 2021. I've published the whole first one as a volume. It's on KU, so it's exclusive to Amazon, so I can't post it to Patreon. But if anyone reads that and they want to follow the second one before it goes to professional edits, all they have to do is follow, I think it's the scholar tier on my Patreon. It's like $2. And I have right now scheduled one episode for this month. I hope to have another one next month. My hope is to finish the season by December, and because it's not that long. It's not that long. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah. So that's book news. Art, I am booked for commissions through next year, which is like ridiculously good. Like, holy crap. Now I do this part-time, the art, because I have a day job. So I can't really like load up on commissions and take like a lot and to pay the bills. I just take on about 2 to 3 a month. Although I have one who has ordered 4 for 1 month. That's going to be wild. And I do this to try to help bridge the money that I need for just cost of living. Hurry, Lord. There we go. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to have to block that one in. And yeah, so that's the news for today. And as far as what's going on, I've kind of already went over that in the beginning. It's just a lot of worrying about the state of the world and nihilism and trying not to be nihilistic and having hope. So moving on from that, we're going to talk about what to do from here. Like, what's going to happen now. Given the changes to YouTube, I'm going to try to put out more content in hopes of reaching the minimum subscriber right now before they change. So right now I need 500 and I'm almost there. Thank you, everybody. And I need to get 3,000 watch hours within the last year for long form. I'm not going to pursue the short form content because I feel like these new rules are going to incentivize a lot more slop content for shorts, and I'm not interested in that. I mainly just do time lapses anyway, so it's like I'm not contributing anything major. So yeah, so I'm thinking I want to do more long form content, just like 5 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes of just talking while I do art. Just my opinions, talking about art, about my books. Because I've done a poll a while back and asked folk who follow whether or not, I should separate my channel and have another one for just art and then one for just writing. And it was very clear that the majority believed in just having both. Why is it erasing? The fuck? Why is it? Oh. I'm stupid. There we go. There maybe something with that shoulder's bothering me. Actually, wait, no, it's turned a bit. I think it's the lines. But yeah, so that's what I want to do is just kind of have a little bit more content and just, yeah, see where things go from here. Looks like I gotta trace the dragon. And so I'm gonna try to put more long form content out, probably not very much, maybe just 2 per month, because I work a lot and my IRL is pretty busy. I have a lot of commissions to do. And that's the thing about commissions is that I don't feel comfortable recording myself doing them like I did today with this. This is not a commission. This is my own personal art. And, oh, I do have that. And so that's why I'm just like, I'm gonna, I don't know. So I'm not sure what I will do in that regard to get like more content. I probably just have to like remember to record, or I think I try to do time lapse and do voiceovers. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to keep it more about my books and my writing and my art and processes like that. I don't think there's really much that I can offer in terms of art because I'm kind of chaotic. I don't have like the art education background to really know what to say to teach people about it. So all I can do is like say like, yeah, so this is what I do. This is my process. These are the things I try to keep in mind. But please bear in mind, I am not a professional. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to lead anybody down the wrong path, There's something really wrong with those legs. But you know what? We're going to figure that a different day. I'm just going to say thank you for joining me. And if you have not subscribed and you made it this far, consider subscribing to help the channel. And if you just want to follow for more art and writing updates that aren't video-based, I have a Patreon that I post stuff to the free tier, so you don't need to feel obligated to pay anything. And then I also have my social media, which if you go to my website, all the links are there. Everything, even my Patreon, my books, my art, everything. All the social media, Blue Sky. I think I put Threads up there. I'll update that if I haven't. Instagram's up there, so you can just follow from Instagram to Threads. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Have a good weekend, rest of the weekend, wherever you are, and I'll see you another time. Bye.